Hey, welcome all and welcome back to TechLeor. So today we are going to see what are sockets, how we can communicate from front end to back end and send information using the sockets, and if you want to leverage and see how Zomato or any other apps send the driver location. So we are going to see all this in our upcoming slides. So let's deep dive and make sure you watched it till the end so that you can ace your coming interviews. First, we are going to see what are WebSockets. So basically, WebSockets are communication protocol. It provides a two-way communication, and that is a real-time communication between a client and a server. So whenever you see any, suppose you have a client app, that is your rider app, and then you have your user app. So whenever you want to send the real time location between those, we can use WebSockets. So WebSocket is very useful when you don't want to depend on the backend. You can use it, and it is not required that backend use the same thing. So these are perfect for the live location tracking, even for the chat apps if you want to do the chats with the two or multiple also. So it can create the rooms and real time dashboards. So how WebSockets really work? So whenever we opens our app, there is a WebSocket connection. So every connection has a unique ID and it is created only one time. So whenever that token is generated, even if your connection is paused between and again you got a refresh token and you create a new access token, so the token is unique. Both those keys can change, but the token which is generated once when you created the connection, it will be same. So the connection stays open, no repeated HTTP request, and also both the client and server can send messages anytime, and it's very fast and it is of low latency. So whenever you want to send or receive a message, we can use ws.current.send, and we can send the data using json.stringify so that the client side can decode the message. And whenever we are listening to the message, we can use on message to receive update from the server. And it is very important in this that the reconnect logic is there. So whenever our app moves to background, or even if we lose the internet connection, so we can add the timeouts and the reconnection logic as well. Also, the implementation, as we can see, we simply have ws use ref. So we are using a reference which is initially null when you are just creating the connection. Once the connection is created, you can use ws.current, and with this line new WebSocket, and this is your socket URL. Then if the socket is open, then only you want to send the message, so you can put it inside the ws.current.on open. And if you have a message like ws.current on message, so you can parse that data as well. So it is very easy to use this. Then if there is any error, we can put a log like console.error and we can check the error. If what we want to close, we simply want to use ws.onClose, and we will be returning ws.current.close. So this will close this connection which we have just created. Then we can simply return like WebSocket example, and this is our simple example. So the main points to be noted is whenever we want to open the connection, we will be writing ws.current.on open, and this is when we are creating the connection, then we will be using new WebSocket, and inside that we will be giving our connection URL. Then the main use cases of this is these are the chat app like, and the WebSocket. What are the WebSocket roles? So for the chat app, it instantly send or receive messages very fast, as I mentioned previously. For live tracking also we can use this, as this will send the current GPS location to the backend, and for push notification as well. And for gaming apps, it is very useful for real-time multiplayer sync. Then the other option we have is socket.io. So but the limitation with socket.io is if you are using socket.io socket.io client on the front end, the backend must also use socket.io, not just plain WebSocket. As I mentioned earlier, in the WebSocket, it is not dependent on the backend. You can use it in the front end as well. So the WebSocket.io client does not use raw WebSockets directly. It has a own custom protocol which is built on top of WebSockets, and it will handle the error and the connection loose, all the things itself. So it expects server to understand the same protocol. Okay, so that is why the backend must be on socket.io as well, otherwise it won't work. Also, it handles automatic reconnection. In the WebSocket, we have to check ourselves that it is still connected or not, and then only we will be sending the message. But socket.io handles itself. If fallback to HTTP polling if WebSocket is not available, and this is also event based messaging that is very useful, and it is super clean. And whenever we need broadcast to rooms or clients, we can use this on server side. So when to use socket.io, like real time delivery tracking, like our app, as I mentioned, we are using any chat app or the delivery app, then chat apps, instant order updates, or real time multiplication multiplayer games. So what we have to do is npm install socket.io client on our side. So this is the implementation. Here we can directly give the const socket url, and we will be directly giving our socket url. Okay, then to connect, we will be using socket.current equal to io socket url, the url we have just created. And we can give like transport. This is the syntax of this, you have to remember this whenever it will be asked on the interview, or if they will be using what the library you are using or package, so you will just say socket.io client on your side in React Native side. Okay, then socket.current.on. So whenever it is connected, we can check like connected to a socket, then we will be sending id, and we can emit like joint room, whatever the room id is, we can emit it from here. Then if we want to listen to the message, we just want to use socket.io current.on, that is location update. And if we want to clean up, like we want to disconnect, then we will be simply using socket.current.disconnect. So like if we want to emit any event, this is very useful. So we can just use current.emit. Okay, if we want to listen for any events, so socket.current.on. So this one is useful when you want to send the emit functionality, like listening to the events and which are broadcasted or that is particular to you. So socket.io is very useful. And why socket.io is better than raw WebSocket is that one, as I mentioned, auto reconnection, then custom event names, simpler server broadcasting, and it also works well with express.js. So if your backend is on Node, it is very useful. Then rooms with namespace support. So these are the two ways we can create a connection with the socket. One is simple WebSocket, where it is not required for the backend to use the same, it is independent of that. Whereas socket.io is dependent, that both the front end and backend are using the same thing. But socket.io is quite advanced, it has auto reconnection, custom event names functionality, which are not there in WebSocket. There we have to check it. So both have their both advantages and disadvantages. So whatever is asked and whatever your app requires, you can use it like that. For more such videos, follow Techly Yours, and do like, share and comment. Thank you guys, happy learning.